All right, it's controversial opinion time when it comes to Pokemon. As you guys know, Black and White came out earlier this week, and it's set to come out in Canada. And America too, I guess, whatever. Nobody cares about that country. Now, a lot of people agree that we are past the peak on Pokemon. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going down, we're just kind of plateaued. And it's my belief that we're going to plateau for about another 10 to 12 months until we hit the 30th anniversary. You see, over the course of Japan's history as a country, they have never, ever really cared about maximizing shareholder revenue in the way that American and Western markets do. That changed this year. There's actually a mandate from the highest up, the King Emperor of Japan. He said, guys, it's time for us to start making that money, which means that it's time for them to lean into what Japan does best, and that's produce intellectual property. One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, pretty much any anime is the number one thing that Japan has going for it. And I guess like decently made electronics. So what does this have to do with Black and White? Good question. I'll get to it. Every single card, or rather I should say every single Pokemon featured in the Black and White era is getting a full art card. Now, typically, these full art cards are the grail of these sets. But what Pokemon Company has done is essentially nerf the value of them. I've been pulling Black and Whites all week. I got some pretty decent cards, but then when I go to look up the value, I'm like, why is this girder only $4? It just came out and it's a full art. Now listen, I understand it's a business, they gotta make money, and the best way to make money is to market things to children, and children are gonna want Pokemon cards. But this combination of Pokemon essentially nerfing the value of full art cards by flooding the market with them, combined with the fact that Japan is now prioritizing maximizing shareholder value, is gonna make things really interesting for the next 10 to 12 months. Now, like I said, I'm not sounding the alarm. I still believe that Pokemon is a very solid asset class that people should get into to diversify their portfolio. It's just that maybe the single cards are not going to be doing as well as the sealed collections will be, especially in the short term. But listen, if you want a quick hint for something that I can guarantee is going to go up, take a look at property taxes.